Hello, everybody. It's time for the Celtic Rain Radio Show. And yes, I know, I'm a few seconds late. Don't hate me. You know you love me. You love me so much. But it is time, and I'm very, very excited. Look at that. It's 9 o'clock on the dot. I'm just saying. All right, so we're gonna have an amazing show tonight. I'm very, very excited. I've got a new sister in arms on the show tonight, so it's gonna be really, really, really fun and exciting. And you guys, it's like one of those things. Oh, hey, Starlight Riot. He's like, yay! Yeah, that's right. It's time for the show. That's right. Celebrate our show. I'm so excited about our show. We have some amazing music on tonight. And if you want to send me music, you can send it to CelticRain777@gmail.com. That's like rain out of the sky. That's right. And if you're not watching from YouTube, go to youtube.com/C for channel /Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky. Lots of rain. It's hilarious. We did a show once and I realized how much that our music actually talks about water, and then it rained. We totally called down the rain. It was amazing. It was an amazing show. And it was the rain show. Woohoo! That's right. Facebook user. Woohoo! Thank you. And yeah, thanks for coming, fans. That's right. She's going to be on tonight. I'm a lot excited to be on the Celtic Rain radio show for the first time. And oh, yay. Excited to see Suj. SJ Tucker. SJ Tucker will be in the house tonight. She is technically in the house right now. She's just in the back stages. I nailed it. Yay, I nailed it. That makes me very happy. Needless to say, it is what it is. But you guys, make sure you hit that. We have some amazing music for you tonight. First, we have 7 by Robert Bruce Scott. Then we have Flower of Scotland. If you guys didn't know, Scotland has 2 official songs. One of them, of course, is Scotland the Brave. Hello. And the other one is Flower of Scotland, which we do both of them. Haha. Thank you very much. And yes, we will be doing that tonight. And then we have Wave by Ginger Doss. From Hand and Hammer. Some beautiful, beautiful music. I know, because we always have beautiful music. I mean, come on. If it is not beautiful music, then it is not the Celtic Rain radio show. Because you guys send me some amazing stuff, and I play it. And here we are. Let's go.
Racing through the night, carrying the morning light. 7 winds waking with the dawn, summoning the strength to carry on. 7 songs singing in the wind, telling stories about the end. 7 sons vying to be king, trying to conquer everything, but the night envelops all. Silences and falls. Seven seas swimming to the moon, 7 ages crawl under our sun, but their experiments all come undone. And the
The wave there. Just got back from the beach. Did not want to come home. Not gonna freaking lie. But the wave can mean so many things, can't it? It can mean a wave to say hello, to bring someone into your life, to bring them back. Or the wave that washes over us and cleans us and makes us feel secure. The wave can be so much, and so I think Ginger for writing such beautiful music. That reminds me, I have a person on that writes beautiful music, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Well, hello, my dear. How are you? Okay, so yeah.
Wow.
Don't mute yourself.
I am a lucky fish. And
You're a lucky fish.
tonight, Rebecca.
Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, so my dear, all I know is it's S.J. Tucker. And so what is are we allowed to know what the S.J. stands for?
Absolutely. It is not a secret. I do not mind. There are little old ladies in my in my hometown who still call me both names. It's one of those awesome compound Southern female first names, and it is Susan Jane.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Named after two giants of my maternal line. One was a painter, and one is my great aunt Jane, who is still raising hell in Louisiana.
Hey, it's those. I hope to be one day. Somebody's like, they go, yeah, man, that was the strong part of my family right there. Like, I hope that they say she was crazy, but she was good,
And she had her act together. That's what I want. That's what I really want from my peers, from my, high school classmates, everybody. Like, man, she's really got her act together.
Right.
Yes,
right.
Thank you. In fact, I do. And I try really hard to keep that up.
I tried to grow up. It was nice. I tell people all the time, I was like, don't call me girl. I'm a woman. I worked really hard for this. Really hard.
Well, there's apparently when I was 5, this is a fun story. Speaking of my hometown, Rebecca, I think you'll like this. Apparently when I was 5 years old, which my son will be at Samhain, so in a month, my son will be 5 years old.
Nice.
And right now he's still a tornado. But apparently when I was about his age, I told my mother to her face, I am not a lady and you can't make me into one. Boom.
And she's like, got it.
Well, I don't remember this, but she does, which is how I can tell the story.
Yes. I was the kid that said my dad was a pastor, and I was like, well, I don't understand why the devil can't just be saved.
Oh, see, you had it all figured out.
I think I was 3. I think I was 3. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Well, then why can't the devil be saved? And my mom was like,
the mouths of babes.
And she's like, let me think about that one for a minute. She's like, because he doesn't want to. And I was like, hey, well, that's an honest answer. That I'll take. I think I said that I'll take.
Respect to her for answering the question instead of telling you to be quiet and be
good. No. That was the one thing I have to give myself. I have to give my parents a lot of credit. I had a lot of questions and they never sloughed me off. They always were like, well, let's figure that one out together.
I love that. I love that for you. That's probably got something to do with why we're both sitting on the same screen right now.
Probably.
And I love it.
I got so many questions, man. My son will go, I got a question. And I'm like, all right, give me your question. All right. Well, we have somebody who actually said something. We got, it said, is it Nital?
Nital?
Oh, Nital.
Hopefully I'm doing that justice.
Yeah, there you go. It's been a long time, S.J. Tucker, since Vampire LARPs and
ASMS, which is now ASMSA, Arkansas School for Math, Science, and the Arts, but it was only ASMS when we were there. And that's another formative experience from back in the day. Nice. Shout out class of 98.
Thank you. Well, I did vampire LARPing. It was really fun.
So you know that of which we speak.
That's I do. In fact, I used to do it in downtown Orlando. and they had this beautiful park, and we would do it in the park. And all these little beautiful Gothic people, kids, just took over the park and did LARPing. It was the most amazing thing. And I know it probably scared some people, but I don't think it really matters. But it was really funny. And I would be, I was always a daughter Cacophna. Do you know that?
Yes. Cacophony. I'm very familiar.
Yeah, thank you.
And not to name drop copiously, but if my buddy Phil Burcato is watching, Sater, we love you, and we love your work from White Wolf and all your work since.
Thank you. Oh, and if they're watching, this is actually what I did to become a Prince of the City. I got all of the different clans heads in and asked them to come to a masquerade ball and locked them in a room and sang and blew up their hearts. And then I was the Prince of the City.
I love this about you, and I'm not a bit surprised, Miss Celtic Rain.
It was so beautiful. It was
sometimes we use our powers for good, but watch out. Watch out.
I was like, hey, I mean, this is it. This is my one chance.
So welcome to our LARPing podcast, everybody. You didn't know that's what you were getting into, did
that's
you?
Right.
Welcome
I know,
to
right?
our LARPing show. Similar situation. We were LARPing, kind of coming out of the golden age of White Wolf, as I understand it. But everything gets to Arkansas a little bit more slowly than it does in other.
Well, you're right in the middle is the problem. You know, it kind of saturates from the outside in. I mean,
from the coast.
It's
exactly right. But there we were in the fall of 1996, and I was a wee underage thing and fell in with the vampire LARPers before I fell in with the kids that played mage, which I'm still kind of mad about because I still haven't gotten to play mage. And I'm quoted. My lyrics are quoted in the 20th anniversary edition of Mage: The Ascension.
Brilliant.
But yeah, that's so I have arrived as far as my LARPing buddies from the 90s are concerned. I hope at least.
There you go.
If I get any kind of credit. But we got in trouble downtown Hot Springs on historic Bathhouse Row. This is where we were LARPing in the dark, in the dark of night on the weekends.
Because we vampires.
We got in trouble with the newspaper and the local chapter of the Mensa. Like they came for us, and they were like, "We're just kids trying to run around in capes and do stuff." Just
I know, right? And it's like, dude, how do you fight each other with rock, paper, scissors? Because that's how we did it. I'm like, okay, dude, it was not hard.
Anyone watching on YouTube who knows what this means, this is for you. Okay, I'm going to give lots of treats to the people watching on YouTube tonight,
you get a whole
and
smile,
the people watching on YouTube later. You ready?
That's right.
Where did she go?
I'm invisible.
There she is.
I know. So we have a little bit. Aaron goes, by scared people, you mean made their lives more interesting? Yes,
correct.
We did.
Correct.
We sure did. Facebook user that laugh out loud. That's awesome. It is awesome. And and I love Slew. So we got this one. And
Thank you. I love you too.
I love Slooge. All right, so it's beautiful things. I literally could talk about gaming all day, but we probably should because it's not exactly.
I mean, I've still got my Toreador clan pin up there.
Yeah. So I got into Masquerade when I was actually in college, and that would have been about the time that you got into it, to be honest, as well. But you were in high school at that point, right?
I was.
Yeah. So, because I graduated in 95. So you graduated, what, 98, you said?
It was supposed to be 98. Funny story. I skipped my senior year because there was a college that gave me the option to do that. And I said, yes, please get me out of here. And they did. So for a year, I had a class ring for a class that hadn't graduated yet. Lucky me. It's all kinds of weird timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff in my late teens. That was just a little piece of it right there.
Nice. I'm pretty sure it says, I'm so sorry I missed you in Belle.
In Belle, Missouri. Yes, that was last Friday. And we will be back, my friend. Don't worry. We will be back.
Yes. So speaking of music, we're here for music. Well, that's crazy. Where did you start your musical journey, my dear?
How far back do you want me to go, girl? Because
dude, you know, have a thing in your heart and say it, but realize that you got about 10 minutes.
Okay, heard. Thank you for those parameters. It's good to speak our boundaries. That's kind. Clarity is kindness. My best friend likes to say.
Exactly.
I remember being 2 years old and being jealous of my classmate in the Christmas pageant at my little hometown Methodist church because she got to carry a giant star and I didn't. I had no idea that I was married, but that was 1982.
You're
and
like, you're the
apparently I
star
sang
and
a
you
song.
didn't even know it.
I don't remember anything about it, but I do remember
Brilliant.
singing in children's choir and church and community theater with my family, who were super duper all about the arts and are still really supportive of what I do. So
Nice.
it's all down to being born into people who put love first and really, really cared about filling my little heart and my body with music from the very, very start. My father was a school band director, and my mother taught everything from English to math and did it very well, as from what I've told. There are still people who went to junior high when she was teaching that are scared of her. And then she went to teach at the prison. So what does that tell you? I come from a very strong, but kind Aries mom.
Yeah.
I love her.
Hey, as an Aries, as a very strong, kind Aries woman here, I understand.
Yes. See, I need all the Aries I can.
That's right. The fire. It's the fire. Everybody needs the fire every once in a while.
I do.
And Brian says, I'm coming up as a Facebook user. Yes, I know. It's kind of sad.
Oh,
there is a glitch somewhere. Yeah, Brian.
Guitar virtuoso, right?
I know.
I love it when my friends are in the chat.
Only come up as Facebook users, even if you're commenting on Facebook, which is sad. But I still want to put your words up. But if you go onto the YouTube channel, it'll show your little face. So, and it'll show your name. For some freaky reason, it is what it is. But it is what it is. The world needs more people who put love first. Absolutely. I have a saying that says, love first, judge last. And that has been my saying for so many years. I'm an ordained minister, and that is like the pinnacle of my ministry right there. Is
sell that t-shirt, baby. Do it.
That's right. Let's
go.
Celtic Hashtag Celtic Rain. Exactly. So yeah, I understand that. I used to stand at the bus stop in Florida and Orlando and sing as loud as I could, because just in case that one guy drove by who was a producer.
Oh, see, you're really smart.
To do that.
This is like even more guerrilla than busking.
It was hilarious. I was like, and I would just sing my heart out, just like, because I knew somebody's going to drive by and discover me.
Right. You were right.
Like 7.
You discovered yourself.
I did.
And here we stand.
Exactly. You make your own. You make your own destiny, people. So you go through, and obviously you get through high school and you get into college. And where are you then?
Majoring in theater, minoring in music in Northeast Arkansas at a teeny tiny little private Presbyterian college on top of a hill. But that, you know what that means? Because the Presbyterians know how to do stuff. And I'm the witchiest of the witchy over here. And I was back then as well. Thankfully, I had some awareness of my own spiritual needs. Again, probably because my family are so supportive and never ever told me that I couldn't do anything, except for the one time that I threatened to become a trombone player. And my mom goes, "But trombone girls are so weird." And I'm like, "Mom, have we met?" So anyway, there I am at college. And like I said, the Presbyterians know how to do stuff. So we did not have a marching band. We were too little. But folks, we had a pipe band. And this is where my Celtic Rain cred should count for something, I think.
It does.
The Lion College Pipe Band is world class. They have gone to Scotland and taken the world competition before, and there's nothing like being in a chapel in complete silence and hearing the pipes come over the hill, and it's like all of everything in my tribal sense memory just goes nuts. And we got to have a baccalaureate, which means we stood around the lake and we all had a torch. Everybody had a torch the night before graduation, all of the seniors. And so the night before I was awarded my degree, I'm standing there around the lake with fire on a stick, and we're getting blessed by the piper.
Holy crap, man.
Nothing more magic. I mean, that is some straight up witchcraft. Okay. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
You cannot change my mind.
No. Well, the thing is it's really interesting. People, I get in trouble. This is where I get in trouble. Where, I'm an ordained minister. I went through the Presbyterian system and PCUSA. USA. I went there and
so
it's
did my best friend.
Yeah. It is like, okay, guys, I hate to break it to you, but there you have a lot more similarities than you do differences. Because I'm also a druid witch, and it's like, okay, for just a second, I'm just letting you know.
I know people that call themselves Zen Baptist.
You're not as different as you think you are, and you just have different words for it. That's all it is.
Wiccans and Catholics have a lot of incense in common. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Man, those people, they are the only reason this whole world smells like incense. Man, whoosh. Those in the Episcopals, they'll spray you with that stuff. It's amazing. And so
I like to smell good. I'm not going to complain.
Thank you. So the question becomes, so you're at this college and you graduate, and I know you said you had a connection with Darwin Prophet, because
I do.
She's been on the show quite a few times, and you told me something about her helping you start out in life in the music industry.
I messaged her just a little while ago to say, okay, I'm going to be on Celtic Rain tonight, so prepare for your ears to be burning. I met Darwin when I was 22. So roughly a year after I graduated college. I had moved to Memphis, Tennessee, because I was bound and determined to start a music career, even though I was entirely clueless at the time. My full-time professional musical origin and my witchy origin come from the exact same source, not outside of my own self, because I started studying with an inclusive group of pagans, like All Paths Welcome, in Memphis, Tennessee. Immediately after college, I moved there. I was like, this is going to be a great jumping off place. It's not Nashville, but it's close enough to my parents that I can drive home if they need me. And I did do that many, many times. So Memphis is about 2.5 hours from where I grew up. So not a huge jump across the river to try to kind of get on my feet and figure out what I needed to do, start looking for music conferences to go to and stuff like that, but also start singing at pagan events in Western Tennessee, West and Central Tennessee. And so that's kind of where I began, and in the bars and the pubs and Beale Street and all that as well. But I discovered that the coffee shops were a lot more fun because people are paying attention at coffee shops. They've had stimulants instead of depressants and alcohol. I was like, yeah, I think I'd rather sing at libraries and house parties and stuff than in the bars. So I learned that early on, thank goodness. And we all pay our dues in the musical world, but started going to workshops and music conferences to figure out how the business side of things worked, while also, working at a bookstore like you do when you're in your 20s. Shout out Brentano's, RIP. And then started going to witchy events as well, and was very well received. The first one that I ever went to outside of Tennessee was an event called Dragon Dance at a piece of land that's still owned and inhabited by people that I care deeply for in Missouri, outside of Willow Springs, called Wovenwold. And it was at that event, which was in July of 2002. I was 22 years old, and the ticks were horrible. The heat was horrible. We were all naked because we could not stand to put clothes on. It was fantastic. And that was my first performance at a pagan festival outside of Tennessee. And Darwin was the headliner. And I saw her and I heard her sing for the first time, and I had stars in my eyes. And I told her straight up, I was like, I want to come with you. please tell me how I can possibly pull this off, because you are where I want to be headed. And she was very real with me that weekend. But apparently I wasn't so annoying that she didn't want to continue to hang out, because I'm happy to say that we have kept in touch ever since. And then I met, some other really, really cool Texans that she's been in a band with. And again, we're all still friends to this day, quite some time later. And I'm a lucky fish. I know how lucky I am to have these people in my life and to have them inspire me. So Darwin really showed me that I could be who I wanted to be as a musician and as a magical practitioner at the same time. I will never, ever not be grateful to her. She showed me the path, and then the flagstones just started falling into place right before my eyes. I had recorded my first album and hit the road full time 2 years later. And it's because I saw and heard and met Darwin at exactly the right moment.
Yeah, and I think it's a fortuitous moment. It just is what it is. It's a meant to be situation, and I have those all the way through my life. But I can say that when I met her about 2.5 years ago now, she has been nothing but just family automatically.
Yep. Yep.
And I think when I had her on my show, and it was like, okay, yep, this is it. We'll be friends for the rest of our lives.
And when she loves you, you know about it. And those are the people I want in my life.
Oh, and she's dedicated. She's a dedicated person, and it's been beautiful because she's like, we're right there. We both had a career. We've both done things and been through things, and we're at the time in our life that it's a friendship. It's not a oh, I look up to her, but it's not I look up to you and I want to be you. I've had those in my life. I now just want to be me, and now it's just oh my God, let's be in this life and collaborate together, because
totally. And so many of us,
that be the most beautiful thing in the world.
Brian will back me up on this. Brian, I know you're still in the chat.
Oh
brother.
yeah, he said a few things. He's like, yay,
those of us who know each other and love each other in the witchy music scene, which is tiny, I admit. It's tiny compared to the global music scene, but
it's growing.
Less tiny now that we're all online and can find each other a little bit easier than we could when I was first starting out. We all know each other and support each other and would much rather collaborate than compete. And other people from outside of the scene see us do this, and we're like, and then kind of go, I want to have that. Can I come play too? We're like, yes, come to the witchy side. We have cookies, because we all the camaraderie is so thick, and it's so nourishing, and I wouldn't want it any other way. But the funny part is that when one of us runs across a promoter that doesn't necessarily understand this about us, about how Byzantine we can all be, and tries to like tell us and tries to sort of start some drama or something, and we'll text each other. I'll text Wendy Rule and be like, hey, do you know anything about so and so? Or I'll get a message from Kellyanna, and she's like, so there's this one person, and so we all compare notes all the time. So beware if you want to approach this united front, that we all care a lot about each other. And that's I'm
very grateful to be now part of the United Front, because it's starting to happen, and it's gorgeous to be able to get in and be like, oh, I've been searching for you people my whole life.
You're in, baby. You're in. No question in my mind.
We do have a hand pink wave. I'm not sure exactly, but there's got to be a certain waving situation.
Practice our waves for the people watching on YouTube.
We are going to listen to a beautiful song by you, though, called Outlast.
Oh, you said it's beautiful. I love you.
Toby, what is it about? How does this touch your heart? Where'd this come from?
Well, I swear, y'all, this was not about COVID, but I recorded and released it during COVID because I had all this time all of a sudden, because it wasn't on the road.
Did. We wrote so much music.
We had so much time all of a sudden.
God.
It was really nice, wasn't it?
I started the show. I'm just saying.
Look at you go. So I wrote it in 2019, and it was more about the political situation at the time. And we don't have to go back there. We all remember what it was like if we were there. Same with COVID. Same with the beginning of the COVID times. We those of us who are here right now, we survived it. We know exactly what it was like. We don't have to dwell on it. But ultimately, I wanted it to be a bit of a fight song for those of us that were feeling a little bit down about where we were at and where the world is at, and having some existential depression, which my husband admittedly suffers from. And so I commiserate hard, but I have music to get me through, and I can always lean on it when I need to. And so one of my jobs in this life, and I know this for a fact, is to be part of the hope that people have, no matter what's going on. And I do that with my voice. And I will give a lot of credit to Laura Tempest Zakroff for this song, because one day in a blog post, she said, these are the times we were made for. And I used that line in the song. And it occurred to me, human beings throughout history and prehistory have been in the category of endurance predators. Like, we'll run something down until it's tired, and that's when we pounce. So we were built for endurance. That's how the die was cast. We will see better days than these. We were built to outlast. That's how it starts.
You have a few more comments, but I'm going to keep them till your next interview, because I think there'll be some fun things to ask in your next interview. So don't worry, people. You will get your questions asked, but I can't let that introduction to that song go without just playing the song.
Let's do it.
Sometimes you just need to go to the next thing. But don't worry, we will get to your questions. If you have more questions for her, please put them up, and I will ask her she has got 2 more little interviews. I'm just saying. So ask away, beautiful people. But I'm going to take you off the screen for a minute, and we will be right back with you. Okay. All right, guys. So yes, if you have questions for her, please go ahead and type them in, ask them up. And on her interview times, we will be able to ask her those questions and getting deep in the nitty gritty of what you guys want to know from her. But first, we are going to listen to Outlast by S.J. Tucker. And then we have Fading into Nothing by the Resounding Maybes from the Murder Mittens. It's like the best thing ever. I'm just saying. And then we have Lead by Monoplan, who's over in Russia. And I pray for him every day because Monoplan is doing the hard work in the middle of a place that is hard to be in. So yes. Yes. Oh, and she says, love the questions. So bring them on, and we will absolutely ask them in the next session. But we are going to listen to some beautiful music right now because, well, that's what we do here at the Celtic Rain Radio Show. We listen to beautiful music and we know things. It is what it is. That's right.
Built for endurance. That's how the die was cast. We will see better days than these. We are built to outlast. Let us leave our children a world made of miracles and chance. These are the times we were made for. We are built to outlast, outlast, outlast. Let us be herons out hunting, who float when the rivers rise. Let us take care of each other. Let us be calm and wise. We are makers of magic, so let the spell be cast. These are the times we were made for. We are built to outlast, outlast, outlast. better taste than these. So may the die be cast. We were built for endurance. We are built to outlast. We are makers of magic, so let our spells be cast. These are the times we were made for. We are built to outlast.
To see, needed to shed the pain, needed to see. It could not be contained, needed to hold you tightly within my arms, needed to speak out. Sound the alarm, let's burn this mother down. Let's sink this ship and drown. I'm feeling lost, yet so close. I'm fading into nothing but a ghost. Needed to need you, maybe just everyone needed to need you. Even in disrepair, the longing grows, overpowering now. I cannot let go. I don't know how. Let's burn this mother down. Let's sink this ship and drown. I'm feeling lost, yet so close. I'm fading into nothing but a ghost. But a ghost. But a ghost. But a ghost. Needed to touch you, caressing bitter tears, needed to clutch you, expel my nagging fears. I'm splitting open, neither here nor there. I just kept hoping you'd find a will to share. Let's burn this mother down.
So Monoplan has been on our show several times, and he's one of my favorites. We actually play songs from all over the world on this show. It's kind of amazing. We counted it up the other day, and I've interviewed people. I've interviewed people from 8 different countries on this show, but I think we play more countries than I've interviewed from people from around the world, and it's really amazing to think about that. I love the way that the internet allows us to be closer together, and it doesn't divide us, and because it can, it's just a tool, and we use it either for good or for evil. And needless to say, at the Celtic Rain Radio Show, we like to use it for good. If you have music to send us, that is that all it has to be. And guys, I'm telling you, literally, all you have to do is a small label or independent artist, and it needs to be family friendly, meaning please just no cursing, don't make fun of people. We like to spread love here, not hate. It's literally that easy. I mean, it really is. And all you got to do is send it to CelticRain777 at gmail.com, and you will be able to have your music on this show. I play everything. It's all genres. Just because it's the Celtic Rain Radio Show doesn't mean it's just Celtic music. As you can see, some beautiful stuff out there. We are going to listen to some more. I play all religions as well. Okay, so we have a little bit of paganism, and we got a little bit of Christianity, and we got a little bit of Buddhism, and there's a little bit of everything. As long as you guys are loving each other and not hating on each other, dude, I'll play it. So we have a beautiful person. I've actually known him for a long time. His name is Jason Powell. There's a song, "I Will Give Glory to Your Name," that he wrote. Is just, oh my gosh, breathtaking, beautiful. And then I have a song that I wrote called "Chances." I wrote this in college, actually, and my gospel choir sang this with me on the recording. And it's just a beautiful song about chances that we have in life to be able to worship, to be able to grow closer together as a community. And then we have "Stairway" by Sydney Michael. So some gorgeous, gorgeous music coming your way. I know. It is what it is. Why? Because it's the Celtic Rain Radio Show, and we're that good. Thank you very much.
Here today, oh God, we lift up glory to your name, just for being God of the universe, God of our lives. I will give glory to your name, for you are the Lord of all I am, and I will forever praise your worthy and holy name. You are the first and the last, you're the beginning and the end, and I will forever praise Jesus, our risen Lord. Help me sing. I will give glory to your name. You are the Lord, of all I am. And I will forever praise your worthy and holy name. For you are the first and the last. Oh, you're the beginning and the end. I will forever praise Jesus, our risen Lord. For you are holy. For you are holy. Highly exalted above. And I will sing your praise. And I will sing your forever and evermore. Forever and evermore. For you are holy. High and lifted up, highly exalted above the earth. And I will sing your praise forever and evermore. Yes, I will give glory to your name. For you are the Lord of all I am. And God, we give you worship today. You are worthy, you are holy. Yes, you are. And because of that, we give you honor and thanks. You're the beginning and the end. And I will forever praise Jesus, our risen Lord. My soul cries out, you are holy, highly exalted. For You are the Lord, and I will forever praise. You're worthy and holy. You're the beginning and the end, and I will forever praise. Jesus, our risen Lord. Forever praise. From the bottom of our hearts, oh God, we offer you the essence of who we are. For it is the essence of who you are. And you have caused our lives to be one with you. And so we offer up a sweet fragrance to your name. A fragrance of gratitude, a fragrance of thanksgiving. As we recognize your holiness and our oneness in you, we cry out forever. Our risen Lord, you alone are worthy to receive the glory. You alone are worthy to receive the honor. So we give it to you today. Lord, you're worthy to receive, yes. You alone are my heart's affection. You alone have my heart's devotion. That's why I'll forever give you glory.
Jesus.
want to dance through the forgotten ballrooms of your soul. Set ablaze the candelabras that once lit your joy. Let my songs ring through the rafters of your long neglected dreams, and banish all the cobwebs from the stairway to your heart. How long has it been since you danced in the fire? How many years have passed since you dared to dream of love? Tell me how long it's been since you felt your heart's desire. How long since you've known the flame that fits you like a glove? Come, let me dance through the forgotten ballrooms of your soul. Set ablaze the roaring fires of your deepest joy. Let my voice ring through the rafters of your long neglected dreams, and banish all the cobwebs from the stairway to your heart. There's no heartache in this world that should keep you bound in darkness. There's no fear in your mind that should ever own your soul. You are divine, a shining star. Your heart, your soul, your life is boundless. Stand your ground, face your fears, behold your spirit pure and whole. Come, let me dance through the forgotten ballrooms of your soul. Set ablaze the roaring fires of your deepest joy. Let my voice ring through the rafters of your long neglected dreams, and banish all the cobwebs from the stairway to your heart. Come, let me dance through the forgotten ballrooms of your soul. Set ablaze the roaring fires of your deepest joy. Let my voice ring through the rafters of your long neglected dreams, and banish all the cobwebs from the stairway to your heart. The stairway to your heart. Let me climb the stairway to your heart. The stairway to your heart.
Yes, we had Sydney on the show a little while ago. She is amazing, just amazing. And Darwin's, again, I say, I don't know why, but StreamYard for some reason shows Facebook users as Facebook users, not as your names. But if you are on the, if you are on Facebook and you're wanting to comment and you want to have your name on there, please just put your name, put your name on the end. That way we know who it is that's commenting. And if you are watching from the YouTube channel, actually, actually you can it'll put your name right up there. So that's kind of nice. But it is technology. It has its situations. Yeah, so I'm it is what it is. It's a beautiful thing. But we do have our glorious guest of the night back. How are you, my dear? How are you?
Hello. Oh, my night is made. My night is made over and over and over. Just being part of this.
I love, for me, I love playing all of it, because I believe is this. I believe that we are more interconnected than we believe we are. And
yes.
And if we would just take a moment to love everything that is a part of each of us, then no matter if we agree with it or not, then we find the beauty in the diversity. And
True.
and
Very beautifully
and in
put.
the similarities that we actually have. So and so that's why I play pretty much everything.
Yes. Bless you for doing that work. It is work. It is the work of a lifetime. It is
the work of a lifetime. You have had, oh my Lord, woman, you have had some questions. So I'm gonna have to go back and be like, where am I? So just so that we can kind of hit some of these, because I one big thing about this show is that I love being able, I say, people, even if you're not a guest on the show, you get to be a part of the show because I do put up the comments.
Sweet.
And I try to read as many of them as possible within reason. So we did have a question about your left hand. What is the backstory of your ring? I thought this would be an interesting question, so I decided to go ahead and put this one up, even though you answered it in the comments. But go ahead and tell us
not
about
everyone
the ring,
can
my
see
dear.
me, so that's fine. And I'm holding it up so y'all can get a better look at this. And please forgive me. I need to look up the name of the vendor, because they've got an Instagram and an Etsy. I know that for sure.
Nice.
But I can't remember who they are off the top of my head. But this is a wooden ring with a little acrylic band through the center.
Wow.
And so it's created on a little bitty lathe. And my father, in addition to being a school band director, was also a woodworker. That was his music and woodwork were his passions.
Nice.
And he died in 2004, which was the year that I went on the road. So there's a lot that I never have to ask myself if he would be happy for me about. I just get to decide that he would be all in. I don't have to second guess any of that, because
that's beautiful.
Because nobody can tell me that I'm wrong. Anyway, so I thought of him when I bought this. But we were at, are you ready for this? The Perryville Goat Festival. And that is as adorable as it sounds. Yes, there are goat costume contests. There are cute goats and cute dogs and cute kids running all over the place. There's live music. And it's just down the road from me on State Highway 9. So they had, and I had always, and this means a lot to me because the wood is Purple Heart, which is one of my favorite types of wood. And the acrylic is blue, which made me think of my sweetie, because cobalt blue is about his favorite color. So that was that was an act of love and treating myself at the same time.
Absolutely. Hey, some of the best stuff I've gotten is from fairs that we've performed at.
I'm here to tell you, the shopping is real. People ask me where I get all my clothes, and I'm like, I'm pretty much at festival all year round.
I know. People are like, where'd you get your outfit? Can I get that? And I'm like, yeah. After 20 years of performing at festivals and fairs, absolutely, you can get all this eventually.
Yep.
We do have another from we have my favorite line I gave in game after the Milwaukee Primogen?
Malkavian Primogen.
Yeah, there you go. Asked why I was acting like one of his clan. I said, because it's fun. Why are you asking like a...
Why are you acting like a Toreador? Which is the perfect comeback.
My God, right? Okay, yeah, there you go. Going back to the game, baby. Going back
to vampire people.
I'm just saying. So yeah, we have some great things like that. There's a few. Hold on, there's a few more I wanted to make sure. Other ones are like, you guys can have ask her questions. She'll definitely answer you. Oh, here we go. Facebook user, I'm pretty sure this was either Darwin or Brian.
I think that was Brian.
I really love the song.
With two guitar players.
At last,
flip a coin.
And look at you playing lead guitar too. That was definitely Brian.
So kind. So very, very kind, man.
Yeah.
Y'all should look up his music. Look up Brian Hinke.
He is so super good.
Henke, if you don't know his work.
He's actually
going to blow your mind.
Yeah, he's going to be at the Scottish Highland Games in Indianapolis with Celtic Rain, actually, on the 30th of September.
Perfect.
So come on over and have fun with us. And you guys can go to indiescottgamesandfest.com and get your tickets. I'm just saying. That's right. We did have here's a question. So I do have a question. Oh, nice. I'm so glad y'all are getting to tour and perform live again, but are you planning any more online shows when the weather gets colder?
100% yes. I love giving online shows, and actually a lot of folks got in the habit of this during COVID because we really had no choice.
We did.
I had been doing online shows since early 2016, thanks to a dear friend who introduced me how much fun it could be to give an hour-long concert from your house and then go put on your jammies and chill. And I was like, this is brilliant. And the platform that I was using back then was concertwindow.com. And unfortunately, in August or September of 2019, okay, Concert Window decided that they were going to shut down. And I bet they were kicking themselves just about 6 months later. Because there we all were, and all we had was our screens, if we were lucky enough to have those, to connect with each other. And so we had to get real good at that real quick. And y'all remember like Zoom had to up their game with the quickness.
Yeah,
if you were there going through this, you remember what it was like. I am a beloved of an independent online concert platform called Online Concert Thing. onlineconcertthing.com, run by my brilliant bandmates up in Ontario, Canada, Ben Deschamps and Heather Dale. And Ben has been moving house over the summer, so the platform has not been as active, but anyone can come and give a concert there as long as you have just a little bit of tech. You can also do a pre-recorded show, which was really handy for me when my internet could not catch up with what I needed to do. Life is better now. Here we are streaming live right at this moment, and I've had no interruptions, right, Rebecca? I've been solid with you the whole time.
It's been great. It's been
life
great,
is better now than it was at the beginning of the panini.
But I learned so much during the pandemic about how to do internet stuff.
Yeah, it was like learn or die. Learn or
and we did 2 or 3 hour concerts.
Yeah, and it's so much fun.
And we had hundreds of people show up at these online concerts, and I'm like,
same.
Heck yeah!
Why
baby.
wouldn't you do online concerts? We may get to give one on the tour that I have coming up this fall. So more about that when we talk about tour stuff.
And what was beautiful, at least for us, was we put up a if you want a tip, you can do this. And people were giving like, the heart.
Tipping war. Like I have people come into the chat be like, okay, tipping war, let's go. Like, God.
I know. You're like, go, baby, go. No, it was beautiful to see the heart of people, though. It was beautiful because you get
and
these
my online show audience, like my regulars, some of them are in the chat now, so supportive, salt of the earth. And I'm not just buttering y'all up. It's the truth. And that's that's true of my in-person fan base as well. So I'm so just beyond grateful out of my mind that we, with certain health and safety measures in place, we can be face to face again.
We can.
And we can do both. We can have online shows and we can have live shows. We can have both at the same time. If the tech is right,
which is amazing.
And I try to encourage all of the events that I work with now that we're slowly figuring out how to be in front of people and interact with each other again as the months pass on and as the booster shots continue to be available. Knock on wood. Please consider having an online virtual element to whatever you're putting on so that all the people that got to be included who can't travel or can't be in person or can't be in crowds or are immunocompromised or, were immunocompromised in the first place before all of this stuff happened,
Yeah, or
can
became
still
immunocompromised
participate.
because of
Let's
it.
include as many people
Yeah.
as possible. Let's not try to go back to the world we used to have, because that's not the world we have now.
It's not. It's not. We do have online shows are great for connecting with everybody when you don't live near the concerts. Exactly.
Truth.
And that is it as well.
I want that for everyone.
And you were talking about immune
Absolutely.
compromise. I have long-term COVID, and so I have to be
Hey.
careful.
Yes.
I've had to stop. Like there's a place that is a smoking club we used to perform at every St. Patrick's Day and every St. Andrew's Day. I can't do it anymore. There's like no way. It'll kill me, and actually kill me, like actual a death. And I'm just like, yep, no, that's not gonna. It's not gonna
No
happen.
death for you, please.
No death for me.
I
No
don't
more
want
cigarette
you to
smoke.
have the death.
No smoke. I know. So needless to say, Aaron at Aaron Fitzgerald agreed. Travel can still be a challenge for many.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yes.
So yeah, that's one thing she's going to be doing, and that's one thing actually Celtic Rain's going to be doing too, so look for those. So that's going to be a beautiful thing for all
I've got an idea. Let's promote each other. You want to?
I love that.
Yes.
We definitely need to do
y'all
that.
don't know this, but we're going to keep in touch forever now. So yeah,
forever. Sisters forever and always. Okay. But so now do you get to just go out on the road and do music, or do you have to like do other things to make a living?
I have been, through the grace of an incredible, one-of-a-kind, devoted fan base, I have been full-time since March 27th, 2004. That was amazing. My first CD release party. I threw a party and everybody came, and it's been like that ever since. And streaming revenue, passive income from everything that's out online takes care of the bills that Patreon and live shows do not. So I have all of those things coming in. I've been able to support my tiny family since way before my son was born in 2018.
That's wonderful.
And it is because of the people that I have met. It is because of all y'all who are listening and watching, believing in what I do, that I have been able to be full-time for 20 years now. Straight up.
And so guys, that's
as an independent artist, with no label support, no nothing.
If you guys want people like us kind of people that are independent artists to keep doing what we're doing, that's how you guys do it. You guys, you are our backbone.
Word of mouth still counts for so much for those of us that are out here doing it under the radar to a certain extent. So I am grateful every single day that I open my eyes in the morning.
Nice. That's beautiful. So now that you're in this, and this is your job, it is, you're writing music probably all the time. How what's your process for that?
Well, I just, I've been in this for half my life at this point. I'm 43 years old this year, and started my full-time career when I was 24, and learned as much as I could, as fast as I could, because like everyone else, I started out completely clueless. But when you are determined to be a nice person that other people want to work with, and you want to learn as much as you possibly can, if those are your goals, it's potentially it's going to be a lot easier than it could be if you have an attitude and you like, the world owes this to me. And I also acknowledge that I come from a vast well of privilege, both because of the paper white color of my skin and generational wealth and all of that, and all of it ties in, and I acknowledge it. But the true root of my privilege, I believe, is the fact that I have never woken up a day in my life and not known beyond a shadow of a doubt that there are people in the world that love me.
Yes.
And I wish that were the norm. It is not, but I wish to goodness it were. So this is all self-acknowledgement stuff, and just to share the awareness of where I'm coming from with all this. Not everybody has the opportunities and the chances that I have and will continue to have. I have done none of this by myself. I have only been able to do this because of the support of friends and fans. And y'all know who you are. I don't have to tell you. If you know, you know. Spotify is my biggest payout, right? And I think that's just because that's where my people go to listen. I don't have an explanation for it. It's just an order of magnitude above any of the other streaming services. So when you see folks complain about how little money is coming to artists, just know that some of us are doing okay. And it's because you support us and because you click the streams, because you make the downloads, because you tell everybody that you know. So please don't stop doing that. Now let me answer Rebecca's actual question instead of going on and on down a rabbit trail for y'all. I have been writing songs an average of about one a month since I was 14 years old. So quite a long time. I started playing guitar when I was 12, was a piano student and a choir kid before that, and a theater kid as well. Played trumpet in marching band, and no regrets on that, on any of that. And I am almost entirely self-taught on guitar, which is my main instrument, and also as a songwriter. But one of the things that has galvanized me in recent years was saying yes to stuff that scared me. Like, hey, do you want to be part of this group that's in Google Groups where we all try to write a song to a word or a phrase every single week for a year? And I'm like, I don't even know if I can write a song a week for a year. Turns out I could, y'all. And now I have more than I have time to record. And part of that is being the mother of a toddler. And part of that is that my writing output has completely outstripped my ability to balance that with recording output. And I have a home studio that I'm reasonably competent at using. I'm able to produce my own stuff. I could still work with other engineers and producers that I trust. But when I want to get something done quickly, I have the ability to do it at home on my own. And it's fantastic. And again, none of that would happen without this devoted following. Like, we are small, but we are mighty. All of the Suge fans, all the Sugelites, you you know who you are. You're amazing. Please keep being amazing, because you're still helping me pay the bills. Like, and Patreon and everything that I do is going right back into the music, but also now into my husband's new car and possibly into a home improvement loan that we're about to sign ourselves up for. And it's, again, saying yes to things that scare me. So just not to get too personal there, but songwriting for me is, in some ways it's different every time, but I do tend to get the lyrics first, even if it's just one line. And then I sort of sit and make space for the musical components and the structure of the song, the chords, the key, the melody, all of that to follow. And I often will get attacked by ideas when I'm not prepared. And a lot of creative folks know exactly what that's like. In previous interviews, I have said that I kind of have to walk around with a song-shaped butterfly net in my back pocket at all times, because they're gonna fly right in front of my face. I just have to be ready. And sometimes it's in the car, sometimes it's in the shower, sometimes I'm hanging out with a friend, sometimes I'm on the phone, sometimes it just comes. Sometimes I'm the shower head for something really that's going to end up being really, really important to other people. My song Valkyrie Daughter that I released on my Sirens record quite some time ago, classic example. I had a friend in the Tennessee witchy community lose his youngest daughter in an accident with a drunk driver. And he was very devoted to the Norse path. And he asked me to please consider writing a song about his lost baby girl, that maybe she got to go to Valhalla with the Valkyries after all. And maybe it isn't just the warriors. Maybe it isn't just one context of fighting for your life that gets you to Valhalla. And I didn't know how on earth I was going to pull that off. But one afternoon, sitting in a friend's backyard in Ohio, right before going off to festival for a week, it all poured out of me. And I wrote it down in a journal and played it for some friends at a different household about a week later. And there was not a dry eye in the building. And same thing when I got to play it, when I got to come back home to Tennessee and play it for my witches down there, not a dry eye in the house, not a dry eye in the house. And I was like, okay, I pulled it off. I did it right. I was the proper channel for this to come through. And sometimes it's heavy like that. And sometimes it's something super duper light and fun, like my song Little Bird on the Stolen Season record from 2015, which attacked me when I woke up in the morning and like fully formed, just like blah, 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 blah. The whole song came out. And I'm just lucky that I have a guitar within arm's reach at all times. Again, there's a privilege that not everybody's got, but fortunately I do.
Right. I know. Well, you have another song that we're going to actually listen to called Devil at the Door. So tell us a little bit about this one.
Devil at the Door is my contribution to the Red album, Pagan Voices for Reproductive Rights, which we released at summer solstice this year. You can go to the redalbum.bandcamp.com to preview the whole thing for free and download it. You will be helping us support 2 nonprofits because we decided we're grown and we don't have to choose. 19 pagan songwriters and bands contributed to this thing. And so there's a lot of witchy musician DNA in this. So you know that it's a really cool baby. The version that we're going to hear today is the squeaky clean version, which you will get as a bonus download if you purchase the record and help us support both Elevated Access and the National Abortion Federation. And thank you all in advance.
Nice. That's beautiful. Well, we are going to play that, and you'll be on in just a second. It'll be great. Here we go. All right, guys. So we are going to listen to Devil at the Door by S.J. Tucker on the Red album. Please go check that out. And then we have, I've put 2 things together for Mad Scientist Club because there's a little tiny 20-second end credits theme that they have for a piece they did. And then they have the song, Oh, Hey, Happy Toymas. So I wanted to be able to put those 2 together so that the credits would get a little bit of play as well, because I kind of feel bad when you guys send me stuff and it's just such, it's just little, and I want to make sure that you guys get credit for those 2 because they're just so cute. So sometimes I'll put like a couple of the little ones together so that you guys can hear them. And then we have Blessed Be by Linda Millard from the Millarden Fables. She's just, Linda's just amazing. She's one of those that the moment I met her, I knew that she would be in my life forever. And yeah, so needless to say, some great music coming your way. You guys ready? Here we go.
42 and the devil overdue. Sing for your life and your reputation too. You're unfit cause you went back to work, or you let the baby cry. One little thing goes wrong and you're disqualified. Well, shut 'em down for your soul and your freedom. Sell 'em out, keep your soul and your freedom. That's the dream, devil comes when you need him, child. 6:43 and they never let you be. Spitting nails, splitting hairs to avoid equality. Clutching pearls anytime something better comes to be. When they say you're bound for hell, well, tell them you're the queen. Yes, queen. Yeah, shut 'em down for your soul and your freedom. Tune 'em out, save your soul and your freedom. That's the dream, devil comes when you need him, child. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. 6:44 and the devil at the door. They say you're a freak, you're a foundling, a sorceress, a whore. Well, not a shock, cause you know they'd have said it anyway. Tune it out, turn it off, kiss the baby, start the day. Yeah, shut 'em down, keep your soul and your freedom. Tune 'em out for your soul and your freedom. Tell the devil that you're not gonna need him, child. Yeah, shut 'em down, keep your soul and your freedom. Vote 'em out for your soul and your freedom. Tell the devil that you're not gonna need him, child.
When you walk down corridors, do you hear the sound of singing? The hamster's song in the distance, the singing. Oh, hey, happy joy bus. And the engine bells began to melt in a robot. He began to overheat. Dope was sparks the neat. And he sang, oh, hey, happy joy bus. 'Cause this time of year about spreading joy. So let's go spread the fun to all the girls and boys. We'll make buying a breathing dolly with accessories. And a monster truck with real teeth and claws that'll really make them scream. 'Cause we lit up the night like a radiant light, working tirelessly through day and night to create new toys for the girls and boys. And we sang, oh, hey, happy joy bus. We made a laser shooting pony, had the rush included, and a teddy bear with razor paws that plays its own theme music. All right, gentlemen, let's make some toys. Now, don't forget to squeeze those dollies. Make sure they breathe in the fire. Watch out for the laser eyes in those ponies. Yes! This is excellent! It's going to be the most wonderful Toymas ever! Now let's load up all the toys into this rocket ship. And we'll sail around the world, make a delivery trip. Drop a toy off to every single girl and boy. We'll bring fun and toyless joy, 'cause that's what it's all about. So we load it up and lift off, carry us far away into the atmosphere. And I'm sure you could hear us sing, oh, hey, happy joy bus. Oh, hey, happy joy bus. Oh, hey, happy joy bus.
with someone you call Satan. Well, I don't have his mark. If you don't believe I'm of the light, friend, you're in the dark. I will pray my prayers, well, please don't try so hard to save me. Just keep your beliefs and I'll keep mine. That is my religious right. Out there telling me I cannot learn, and don't ask why the witches burn. And surely Pan's the devil, those good horns are not of God. My God, you're telling me the goddess deeds must all be lies, for God is made somewhere down the line. The role of mother became hard. Can you judge me just as hard when I love and you don't love me? But blessed be anyway. You're telling me I cannot learn, and don't ask why the witches burned. And surely Pan's the devil, those with horns are not of God. The role of mother became hard. Why do you judge me? You judge me just as hard. While some of what you've been taught, oh, you wouldn't believe how much I believe in. Blessed be, blessed, blessed be, blessed, blessed be.
Well, you guys, I will say this again and again and again and again and again and again. Yes, so this is SJ loves when you and Linda and Ginger play together. That it is me too. Absolutely. I will say this again and again and again. This show is not just for one religion, it's for all. And I would have been burnt as a witch back then as well, because I am way too open-minded and have way too many opinions. Definitely would have been dead. I'm just saying, I got so many opinions. I got education vision. And it makes your brain think. My education gave me some thinkings. Needless to say, that's why on this show we can play something as long as it's not putting down another religion. Dude, show your heart, be who you are, let your truth be your truth, and we do not on this show, we do not force anyone else's truth upon anyone else. We just put our truths out there and put our love out there. But hey, one person I know that is full of love, because I've actually been getting to know her tonight, and it makes me know that for sure, is Miss S.J. Tucker. Hello again. How are you?
Can you say that like my face hurts from smiling? That's how I know that I'm exactly where I need to be. Exactly where I need to be. I'm gonna see if I can give y'all a cat cameo here.
Oh, we love animals.
My little tailless wonder is down here by my feet telling me about it, and I'm hoping he'll jump up in my lap like he knows he has permission to do.
Yeah.
So then everybody who's watching the video stream will get a treat, and he might meow into the microphone. He's very chatty.
They have met my dogs, because they have gotten my big, hilariously furry white dog. And
this is Gawain Rapscallion. He is loud.
Hello, loud cat, as cats should be when they need things, and they're like, "Love me now, I demand it."
Do you have anything to say for yourself, Gawain?
Everything.
No, now he's in my lap. He's got all the power. He doesn't want to talk.
Exactly. So, my dear, you have shows coming up. Are you working on new music? What's going on with you?
All of the above. What's not going on with me? I get to go on tour with Ginger and Linda and our amazing sister Renee Jansky in a project that we call Muses on the Road. In October and November, we have concerts in Arkansas, Colorado, California, possibly one in Arizona before it's all said and done. For sure, New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma on the way back. And then we will be joined on November the 18th by our Canadian song sibling, the very powerful Leslie Hudson, back in Northwest Arkansas. And so there's a lot on the schedule. And in order to find all the details, all y'all have to do is go to sjtucker.com/tour, because I keep on top of that stuff. I've got all the show details there as soon as they get confirmed, and I'm already booking into 2025, which is a little kooky, but it tells me that people respect my time and what it's worth. So I like it.
Absolutely. You guys can also find her at Linktree/SJ Tucker Music. That's linktr.ee/SJ TUCKER music. Please, all of her stuff is on there, so you can go to all of her social medias from there.
And if you want to just find me on your favorite socials,
like and subscribe.
Just look up, just type in SJ Tucker Music, and I'll probably come up. And that goes for the streaming services as well. I'm on all of them, y'all. Just type in my name, and I will pop up. And if I don't pop up, send me an email and say, "Hey, why aren't you on Chicken Scratch or whatever the latest streaming platform that's come out is called." And I will get to the bottom of it.
Nice. So that's exciting to be able to go on tour with some of the most beautiful women. They're
best
amazing
friends and my heroes, for real. I met Ginger and Linda as Dream Tribe in 2003, so exactly 20 years ago. That's how long we've been in each other's lives. And Renee is a phenomenon in her own right. She is a person who has been a complete and total rock star in the women's music community, and also she is a minister as well. She is the newly coined associate minister of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Fayetteville here in Arkansas. She is a complete baddie. She has a background in opera and in jazz and in gospel. Y'all want to see what we do when we get together, and hopefully we'll be able to film an online show that everybody can access while we are spending those weeks on the road together too.
I've connected with all the other ones. I need to connect with her.
I agree,
because we have way too much in common to not talk.
Y'all gonna love each other, but I am biased. She is another Aries. So
there you go.
Y'all have that in common.
Aries take over the world. I'm just putting it out there.
And we need y'all. I need the Aries I have in my life.
I'm just saying.
You know this about me.
That's awesome. All right. Well, we do have one more song from you, my dear. It's called Wild Times. Tell us about this.
Oh boy. So another nod to Laura Tempest Zakroff and the group acts of magic that she has inspired all across the internet. This was inspired by her 7-fold spell for magical resistance. And I can't quite remember. I think this was 2020 when this went down. And I wrote a song about all of us coming together across the internet and in magical space and in magical practice to try and make a difference. Because I believe that we have, when we gather together, whenever 2 or more are gathered, we are mighty.
That's
and
right.
It's very powerful to be part of something like that. And no harm was intended. Only shifting things in a positive direction as far as equality and Black Lives Matter and other important causes were concerned.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to listen to that, and we have a couple more songs, and then it's the end of the show. But it is.
Not forever.
Not forever.
For now.
Oh, exactly. That's the thing. Every Tuesday night, people, you can tune in. I'm right here with somebody new, and sometimes some of our reoccurring beautiful family. But it is what it is. All right, guys, we are going to have Wild Times by S.J. Tucker. And then we have Shell Shocked by the Mathematicians and Rusty Humphrey. Then we have Our New Moon by the Palace of Tears of Ruination. And then we have Ned of the Hill by the Celtic Girls. And did you hear? I'm so sad. Like, my heart is hurting a little bit because the Celtic Girls, there's one of their main people is retiring, and I wasn't sure. I've got to get the lowdown on if they're all still going to be like together and performing. I hope so. I hope they just keep performing and they get somebody else. But if this is like their farewell tour, I think they said something like that. And I gotta make sure I get the right things before I just completely announce it out there. But I know one of them, their violinist, is retiring. So we want to say, we love you, no matter if you're retired or not. But we will miss you guys. And the Celtic Girls, we love you so much. But some gorgeous music coming your way right about soon. I'm just saying. But you guys ready? Because I am. For our last little bit of beautiful music, here we go.
Stand between the wild and the familiar, wondering if they've always been the same. Tonight's is a moon worth drawing down. We are witches worthy of the name. Comes a gathering of signals from far and wide, little candles burning on both sides of all our dirty screens tonight. Tears held back. Let's send out everything we've got. Let the blue pale before the black. Red, white, and had it up to here. Comes a gathering of signals from everywhere. Here comes that moon and the sky is clear. All your familiar rhymes are not gonna fit these wild times. everything you need to feel. Go ahead and feel it till it's done, and after take some time to heal. This machine and I know the work continues over time. No vacation from the lies. All the old familiar rhymes do not suit our changing times. Damned if the revolution ain't televised and broadcast far and wide. Keep documenting all that's ours. Keep on speaking truth to power. Listen and lift up, survive. 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 Survive.
Oh, dark is the evening and silent the hour. Oh, who is that minstrel by yon shady tower, whose harp is so tenderly touching with skill? Oh, who could it be but young Ned of the Hill? And he sings, lady love, won't you come with me now, and come and live merrily under the bough? I'll pillow your head where the light fairies tread, if you will but wed with young Ned of the Hill. Young Ned of the Hill has no castle or hall, no bowmen or spearmen to come at his call, but one little archer of exquisite skill has loosed a bright shaft for young Ned of the Hill. And it is hard to escape to his young lady's bower, for high is that castle and guarded the tower. But where there's a will, there is always a way, and young Eileen is gone with young Ned of the Hill. And he sings, lady love, won't you come with me now, and come and live merrily under the bough? I'll pillow your head where the light fairies tread, if you will but wed with young Ned of the Hill, if you will but wed with young Ned of the Hill.
Got to love me some Selkie girls. I know, right? I know.
Wow.
I know. They're kind of ridiculous, amazing.
Amazing.
I've
So
had them
beautiful.
I've had them on my show like once, and I'm like, they got on, and I was just starstruck. I was just like,
Did you
oh
die?
my God,
Did you die?
I did. I was just like, I love you, and one day I will sing with you. Like everything inside of me as a vocalist, as a, because I'm a trained opera singer too. You
Yeah.
didn't know if you knew that, but I'm just like everything inside of me as a vocalist is just like, salivates when they come on.
Uh-huh.
Because
Pavlovian harmony response.
yeah,
I get it. I'm right there with you. I'm right there
Oh my
with
god!
you.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes,
Oh my
I
God.
know.
Oh my
I
God.
know. It's just like, yeah, I could just bathe in this forever. Just the
Mhm.
whole situation of it all. It's like, yeah, this is me for the rest of my life right here, just right in this harmony, right? I just gonna in this pocket right here.
Gonna live in it.
To live
Yeah.
right there.
Live in the
No.
harmony pit.
I don't know. But yeah, Selkie girls. Oh, Selkie.
Gorgeous.
I know.
Thank you
But
for
needless
that
to
song
say, it
choice.
has been such a pleasure to have you on.
Yes,
So-
and I feel the same. I'm so lucky that I got to spend this time with you. Thank you oh so much, especially for reaching out to all of us that are on the Red album. That means the world. Means the world.
Yes, and guys, check that out. Check her out as well. I'm gonna put up her
Please.
credentials.
Please and thank you.
Please go to a linktree/SJ Tucker Music. That's linktr.ee/SJ Tucker TUCKER Music. And check her out, baby. Also, you guys, I'm just saying, if you have not gone to youtube.com, go to youtube.com/C for channel /Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky, and subscribe. It's like magic, people. If you hit the little bell, it tells you exactly when we're going to be on. And then you, as you can see, can be part of the show. It's a beautiful thing.
Run, do not walk.
Run. Hit that little button.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
That's right. If you have music to send me, all you have to do is be a small label or independent artist or band or whatever. And it has to be family friendly, meaning please no cursing, don't make fun of people, don't make fun of religions, just don't make fun. Just be nice. Just be nice. You can send it to celticrain777@gmail.com. And as you can see, I will play you. It's amazing that way. You are listening to the Celtic Rain Radio Show. We say thank you. Good night. Goodbye. We love you.